What's up, everyone? This is the Destroyer 229, and welcome back to Let's Play the Subspace Emissary. Last time, all of our heroes were defeated by the true mastermind of the entire subspace plot, Taboo. They've all been transformed into trophies. And in this episode, we're gonna see where the story goes from here. DDD's castle? Luigi and Nez and DDD. Nez and Luigi, they've been revived! So DDD was trying to help out. He must have knew this was something of what Taboo was planning. And onwards we go. So I've already detailed Nez in the Porky fight. I actually said it how this game translated this time. So we're gonna go for Luigi, DDD, and Nez. So Luigi, similar to Mario, kind of also synonymous with him is that he slides and he can jump higher. He's got a lot of moves that resemble Mario's, but also a lot that are his own. For instance, instead of hitting his fist down when you forward jump, he does a chop. And he actually has quite a bit of different moves that would actually be very different from Mario. But he plays up very similar to him as well. So Luigi is different, yet the same. Specials. Side B, Fireball. Mario's Fireball bounces along the ground, whereas Luigi's just stays in the air. Side B, he has a Luigi Torpedo, and wow, two backfires in a row. There's like a 14% chance that Luigi's will backfire, and that means he'll just go out straight no matter what. But you can charge it down just like Pikachu's Skull Bash. Down B is the Luigi Tornado. No, I was gonna do that. It covers a lot of distance on the ground. Up B is Luigi's Giant Punch. Not like Mario's, which can combo. With Luigi's, it's either a very weak punch or a very powerful one. Come on, Bombheads. Ow. Arrgh! I'm reminded of something. No. Super Luigi, let's go! And Samus. I didn't really show it that much. But in the subspace levels, you will see trophies of the heroes scattered about. And you can collect them. You can complete the game without collecting any heroes. But in order to 100% the game, we have to find all of them. So, can I go this way? No, I can't. So let's just ignore you for now. Assuming I can get up here. What? I didn't even use a move. Well, I used Super Jump, but that didn't hit anything. So we have Pit and Falco. Down here we have Yellow Box. We also need to collect 100% this. So we found 3 heroes so far. Oh shoot. Kowtows. Arrgh. Quit lifting me up. Oh, what the? Where did you come from? Whatever. Lucas. Right there. So let's go through a door. And continue searching for our fallen heroes. Oh dear. You can die. You can die. You can die. There's nothing else except fish. Jump Luigi. Can we Can we kill them? Die. Yeah, also Luigi has his little slap. That's completely different from Mario. And we have Donkey Kong! Let's see, over here we have Spring. And we go through another door. Ah, Pokemon Trainer. It's easy enough. And what's probably the most difficult to get is Pikachu. This is easy to have with 2 people. But tricky one, because you have to get that. Crap! Yeah, that's the tricky thing. You have to hit it, grab it, and run. And with DDD, this is going to be a whole lot difficult to do. And I actually probably should have... You know what? I can showcase DDD in here. DDD, very heavy character. Focuses a lot on his strength and his mallet. He's also synonymous for jumping as well, so he has multiple jumps. Special moves. B, inhale. But he can only suck them up and then spit them back out. Down B, he charges up his mallet. And if you have a full swing like that, let me try it again, can do a really powerful attack. But it takes a while to charge up and it's pretty difficult to hit. So unless it's something quick like that, it's not really all that helpful. Side B, he throws out a Waddle Dee. Now, DD can throw out 3 things. He can throw out a Waddle Dee. Oh, wow. He can throw out items, too. He can throw out a Waddle Doo, which, if we can show it. Waddle Dee, Waddle Dee, Waddle Dee, Waddle Dee, Waddle Dee. Come on, DDD. Oh, hey, I think I know what the problem is. These guys have to go off before I get anything else. There we are. So we have Waddle Dee, we have Waddle Doo. And we have Goron, if we can get it, but... I got him! I got Pikachu! And I actually made it back. Woohoo! And if we can get the last one. Waddle Dee, Waddle Dee, Waddle Dee, Waddle Dee, Waddle Dee. There it is. A Goron. A Goron is the final one. That is probably the best one in the arsenal, in which it only bounces a few times, whereas the Waddle Dee and Waddle Doos can walk. But it can do a really good amount of damage. And there's something down here. Like Ike! And a frickin' fish. And there's nothing else for us right here, I think. No, there isn't. That's the door we came in. So, we continue our exploration. We found quite a number of heroes, but there are still many more for us to find. Frickin' fish. Like Marth! Ah! Roadster. Go through the door. I must sacrifice a Waddle Dee. Or Waddle Doo. And so we have Olimar and Fox. So we're slowly finding our heroes back. We are reviving them so that they can continue their fight. And we have another area. Yeah, puppets. More puppets. Run, DDD. Yeah! Crap! Well, I brought down the puppets. Nez, we've already shown off before. Golden Hammer. So tempting. But I'd rather like to get rid of the puppet. Did I actually kill it? I think I killed it. Gotta do this. Crap. Woo! Made it! And we get Game & Watch. Yeah, did he? Captain Falcon! Cheap! Hitting me in a direction that the screen is sliding away from. Frickin' mites. And Luigi's brother, Mario. Who's the hero now, Mario? Your brother seems to be doing pretty well. We've made it to where Taboo is, where he surrounded himself. Bowser? King Koopa versus the self-proclaiming king of Dreamland. I really like the music since it's Giga Bowser's theme. Even though this is just a regular Bowser. And Waddle Dee Sorry, did I say that wrong? DDD Suicide! Makes things very easy. Now let's try this again. Smack! Look over there. And that's actually saying something. Usually when characters are defeated, they turn in the trophies. But yet Master Hand remains motionless. So does that mean that Master Hand dies? So we have all three characters that... Oh, and Bowser as well. So now... You may have noticed that, well, we didn't see all the characters. We're missing quite a few. What about Link? What about Lucario? What about all the others? Kirby ate Zelda's pendant. Or brooch, or whatever it is. And so he's all alone. And this is somewhat... I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before in Peach's Trophy. Oh, way to fail. Way to fail double time. This is somewhat how this game is... Just, to me, feels like a Kirby game with Smash Bros. Characters mixed in. Ow. Jerk. Because... So much of it revolves around the Kirby characters. Zelda. And Kirby saves everyone on multiple occasions. I mean, I was hardly paying attention there. I mean, he saves everyone from the subspace. That is a pit! From the cannon. He boards the Dragoon and single-handedly takes down a cannon that's the size of an entire city. You'd think that's a little bit strange. On top of that, Kirby is part of the main group of heroes that's in the game. He saves everyone here in Subspace. You have DDD who who essentially helps revive everyone. Meta Knight Chip being the main cause of the problem. And we got another Star Fox trophy. The same guy, the general. So yeah, the whole thing to me just felt like a lot like a Kirby game. Kirby plot. Just with other characters thrown into the mix. That's kind of my thing. And speaking of the storyline, there's actually something else I want to talk about. And that's... It's something that probably most people don't really think about all that much. you'll recall, for those of you who played Smash before, that there were 5 characters that were in Melee, but were left out of Brawl. Those characters were Roy, Pichu, Mewtwo, Dr. Mario, and Young Link. I'm gonna have to be hit to get... No, I didn't! Wow, that was kind of surprising. So, one thing that I've kind of thought about would be, most people think about their movesets and how they would be if they were in, say, the multiplayer mode. And we have Link right here. But I think what a lot of people don't think about all that much would be how they would be incorporated into Subspace. And I've actually had thoughts about exactly... Margulis! Would be exactly how they could go about and do this. And I couldn't see them doing anything with Dr. Mario or Young Link. I think for those it would have to be, well, I'm just gonna hold off on that, but for 3 characters, I think they could definitely, the other 3, they could pull something off. And for me, it would be like this. We'll first start out with Roy, since I actually mentioned something at the end of the description when the characters are gonna fight Galar, or we're pursuing Galar. I find it very strange how, first of all, Ike randomly thinks, oh, hey, we should go find this thing and stop it, when there's no real point in it. And then second, how do they catch up with Galar if it's going insanely fast? That was smart of that scope pyramid. So, this is where Roy would come in. I picture Roy pretty much standing his ground as Galar is coming towards him. He charges up his super powerful attack, and then, as Galar comes close, he unleashes it and basically tries to stop Galar. In the process, Galar runs him over, which would cause Roy to become a trophy. No, my tomato! So, I'm just gonna stop here and try to explain a little bit so I have time. So, Roy's trophy would fly over to where Ike, Marth, and Meta Knight are. They would revive Roy. Roy would have the pursuit of Galar, and the other characters would just try to follow Roy. That would also mean that Galar is weakened, and so he would slow down a bit. So he would still go fast in the fight, but he'd be slow enough so that the characters could conceivably catch up with him. So that's how I picture Roy being included in this story. The next one would be Pichu. Now I'm not one that's really big on having Pichu. I personally found Pikachu to be a much better character. Partly because of the damage that Pichu would inflict upon himself whenever he used any sort of good move. But, you know, I could actually think of a pretty good way to include Pichu as well. And it's not just a duplicate of how they get Pikachu. I kind of thought of that and figured, you know, that'd be lazy. So what I picture for Pichu would be Pokemon Trainer and Lucas are going on over to the ruins when they see a group of Primid picking on Pichu. They're fighting it, and Pichu's trying to run away from it. Pokemon Trainer uses Squirtle to take down the Primid, and Pichu, as gratitude, follows them along. He rejects the Pokeball, which is why you can choose Pichu by himself. But Pichu would follow Pokemon Trainer and Lucas. And after Pichu joins their team, that's when you see Charizard flying into the ancient ruins. So not only would that give... that would give Pichu at least 3 stages. You have outside the ancient ruins, the ruins, and then the brief fight with Galom. The final thing that character would be Mewtwo. And Mewtwo would have the biggest role of all among these characters. And I'm gonna have to... Yep. Can I stay here? No, I can't! Crap, I gotta move. So, with Mewtwo, obviously, you would see Mewtwo as an antagonist. Stupid Tickins. Here, let me first try to get through this so that I don't have to restart. This works. Yes. Okay, so, Mewtwo. You know that there is Wario, Bowser, and Ganondorf that are essentially the main antagonists. But Ganondorf is by his machinery the entire time, whereas Bowser and Wario are essentially his lackeys. Wario does whatever he feels like. Speaking of which, he's right here. But I'm going to try to finish this off. That way I won't have to continue it throughout the next episode. So Wario's going off doing his own thing, and Bowser's the one that's taking Ganondorf's orders. The thing that struck me strange, though, is that Bowser seemed to be everywhere at once. One minute he's fighting the main characters, another he's fighting the Diddy Kong and Fox, another he's at DDD's castle. It just seems like that he's way too involved. So something that I would think would be have Mewtwo be part of that group. Have Bowser essentially harass, Mario, Link, Pit, that group. And instead have Mewtwo go after Diddy Kong, Fox, and Falco. That way Bowser's kind of involved in his own thing. Mewtwo would have control of some Goombas. He wouldn't kind of have evil Pokemon. For simplicity's sake and less enemies, Bowser would allow Mewtwo to have some of his crew, and even the Primid as well. But you fight Bowser so many times in this game. And there's the one time here in the Subspace. There was Shadow Bowser. There's a few other times later on that you have to fight Bowser. And it just seems like they reuse him a lot. So that would at least take care of one repetitive Bowser fight. Now, when Ganondorf betrays Bowser, Mewtwo's also in on the plan. So, they both betray Bowser. And so then Mewtwo and Ganondorf go to Master Hand. Ganondorf tries to take down Taboo, is defeated, and I would imagine Ganondorf hitting Mewtwo so hard that Mewtwo also turns into a trophy. If not that, then maybe Mewtwo going first, attacking Taboo, failing, falling down, missing Master Hand. That's when Ganondorf goes in and tries to take on him himself. And then, well, you saw the rest. So let's save Wario, and we can continue on. So that's basically how I would imagine 3 of the 5 lost characters to have been included in the story. Pichu would have been nice. Roy would have been a little bit more clarity. I really think they should have had Mewtwo, though, because They just really reuse Bowser way too much. But enough of that. Well, he's in a bad mood. Hey, where are you taking me? And a common enemy unites the hero, the Triforce of courage, wisdom, and power. All three wielders going against the common enemy. And of course, Wario's just a jackass. I thought I dropped you guys! I guess one final thing would be, well, how would this turn out? If Mewtwo was with Ganondorf, how would you save Mewtwo? Roy and Pichu would probably be with the other guys, but how I would imagine Mewtwo being saved would be if you saved Pikachu and Lucario. I would imagine Pikachu looking into the trophy of Mewtwo, kind of wondering what it is. Lucario comes and then revives Mewtwo. Mewtwo sees himself the trouble there, and then he, Pikachu, and Lucario go off and to take on Taboo. It seems somewhat weird, but I would think you would need to rescue both Pokemon, but with Pokemon Trainer, it just wouldn't make as much sense because he would try to catch Mewtwo. And so there we go. We've cleared both subspace levels. And we have to go through Taboo's Great Maze to reach him. So next time on Let's Play the Subspace Emissary, we go through Taboo's Great Maze. Until then.